Hi guys, Jangro here. Welcome to episode 5 in my modded Minecraft series. We're playing on Valhelsia 5. We're in the Jangro SMP with a bunch of cool people doing some really cool stuff. So stick around, check it out. Before we get going, let's just do a quick lap. This is our building that we're going to work in. Kind of entered a new phase in our SMP server where we're collaborating, all building in this central area. So this is pretty fun. A lot of really cool stuff has already been done here, like this whole harbor area. Some neat stuff. This building right here. This is not good. We should probably back away from this. Neighborhood's seen better days, I guess. Here's Main Street. Some cool shops going in here. Some empty, some interesting stuff in here. It's Velzan's Wonder Emporium, where they are collecting all sorts of interesting stuff. Pretty cool. Train station. We've got an armor stands data pack in here where we're setting up scenes, which is really fun. This Joy of Paintings mod is really cool. You can make your own paintings. Velzan did a sunset painting. Velzan is one of the developers in Valhelsia 5, by the way, who plays in the server. You can check us out on our streams as well. This Enderman's like stuck sitting in this chair right here. Endermen don't sit very well, apparently. How's it going there? Oh no, now I've done it. He did not want me to sit next to him. All right, well, let's get going on this project. What I'm going to do is we're going to make a burger joint. We're going to use Create. We're going to make this hamburger recipe. And I think we're also going to make this barbecue on a stick recipe because they're very similar processing. And I think we're going to be able to get some good food out of this. If you look at the recipe for the hamburger, it's a beef patty, bread, cabbage, tomato, and onion. If we look at the recipe for the beef patty, that's minced beef, which is made on a cutting board with a knife. But thanks to the Create Slice and Dice mod, we can make a slicer and automate that. Now, this barbecue on a stick has lots of different kinds of meat. But I think what's good about this is we can use the beef patty. We can also use cooked bacon for this. And we can make raw bacon with that same process on this slicer. So I think just about any meat, we can slice it up, make those barbecue on a stick recipes. And I think we'll be able to use all kinds of different meats for this. So this is going to be a Create project. So we need to set this up with some stress units down below. Oh, hi there. We have this sewer system where we're going to move utilities around. I think I will put the water wheels down here for our stress units. So I've got a hole going up into the wall. Let's put a water wheel down here. And that's 512 stress units. I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's put down a second water wheel just to get 1,000 stress units going here. And we'll just plop this one right here. Perfect. Now we've got 2 water wheels, each generating 512 stress units. That should do us. Let's get a rotation speed controller connected to a large cogwheel. Rotation speed controller right here. And we're going to get this thing going up into the hole. So we just need some gearboxes. This one here, vertical one here. Rotate shaft. There we go. And now we can speed this guy up here. It's going a bit faster. And just run this up. And we'll pick that up on the other end. So there's our stress units for our project. Again, I think 1,000 should be enough. And what I'm picturing is this back door is going to be kind of the supplies delivery. So we're going to put the inventory chests back here. That shaft, I think, is right here. What we'll do is run a bunch of vertical. That's not vertical. We make it vertical. There we go. Bunch of vertical gear shafts up into this wall. So we kind of have this like stress unit outlet here, and they're poking through on the other side. So our future neighbor will be able to use those as well. Hope they appreciate that. Let's set up the kind of storefront first. And what I'm picturing for this It's kind of a counter when we walk in like this. Put some supports down. So here's our counter. We'll put a trap door here, you know, like a restaurant. And there's going to be pickup window and also an inside window. And these are where our hamburgers and barbecue on a sticks will go. We'll drop those in there and people can come and grab those things. So now we need some depots down here in the back where all of these ingredients are. There's 6 total ingredients. That is not a depot. There's 6 total ingredients, and put a chutes on here. And on top of that, some barrels. And in here, we'll put our ingredients. So all these things. The vegetables down this end, so onions, cabbage, tomatoes, bread. Do you have any bread? No bread. Sticks. And meat in this one. Now, this one's not going to go to a depot actually because we need to process the meat, and we'll do that down this line here. We need to slice it and then cook it with a smoker. So let's just remove this right now because this is going to be a belt. So as we go, we'll fill these things up, keep them filled. The meat one, I think we're going to be able to put more than steak in there. And we'll just need to make sure that the minced patty or the hamburger patty goes to the correct spot so that it makes burgers and all the other kinds of meat that might come through here. We can have go to the barbecue on a stick basin, which we're going to do in 2 different basins. So let's put a couple basins down here. This is where the final mixing is going to happen, right? I think this is a good spot. And we're going to pick things up with mechanical arms, put them into the basins, or if it's meat, it's going to come down here, pick it up. And depending on what kind of meat it is, we're going to drop it into one of these 2 basins. So we're going to need some mixers on top of them. We'll put a mixer here, mixer here. Mechanical arms are going to put things in these slots here. We'll filter these so that this one accepts either of the 2 things we're making. And one of these will be burgers like this. And one of these will be meat on a stick like this. That is not meat on a stick. There we go. All right, we're moving along pretty well here. So now let's get this belt going and process the meats. So if we put a shaft here, here, and here, and a belt right here, and we need our slicer. We have a slicer. We do put a slicer right here. And we need knives on it. And this works just like a cutting board. And we just need to make sure that this thing turns in the proper direction. So we need a cogwheel on here. And if we put a vertical gearbox right here, see, that's going in the wrong direction. So we just need to power this from up on this one. Just going in the opposite direction. There we go. Do we have more belts? There we go. We've got some more belts because we're going to need to extend this thing a little bit. So that's where the slicing is going to happen. Here's where the cooking is going to happen. And it'll go into a barrel right here. And it needs a brass funnel. And we need an attribute filter, which I have right. No. I always do this. Put this stuff back. Oh, so we need an attribute filter. And this attribute filter we need to set up to not allow things that can be smoked. So we put some beef here and can be smoked. Click add opposite attribute to the list. Cannot be smoked. Check. Okay. So now anything that comes down here that can be smoked will get stuck. If it cannot be smoked because it's already been smoked and we're going to just send meat through here, those will drop and go through here. So now we can grab some beef. This should just work. If we put a piece of steak in here, raw beef, going to get chopped up into minced beef. And now it's ready to be cooked. All right. Excellent. Now we need a campfire. And we'll put a campfire right here. And an encased fan, which we have. Put this right here. I shift clicked so it faced in the opposite direction. We need a vertical gearbox to get it moving. And we'll power this from the ceiling. So right here, right? No, gearbox. Gearbox right here. Vertical gearbox on top of this. The question is this pointing in the right direction? We need some more shafts, and we'll grab some more gearboxes while we're here. All right. Yes, the fan's blowing in the right direction. I never get that lucky. That's going to cook that. Those 2 minced beef are going to go into the barrel as beef patties. Okay, we are moving right along here. So next, we need a couple depots here. One here and one here. And this is going to pull beef patties out here, which are going to go into here to make burgers. And all other kinds of meat are going to come out here to go into here to make beef sticks. And maybe we'll pull out beef patties here too. And I don't know if they'll split. Or maybe when one fills up and the other doesn't. I don't know. We'll get at least barbecue on a stick when we cook meat that's not beef. So put a couple funnels here. We just need some item filters. Oh, again. So we have these list filters. And if we open this one up and we do patty, beef patty, bison patty. Oh, we can do bison mince as well. Comes from raw bison. Okay, let's put both of these in here. Because I assume we can make a burger out of a bison patty. I didn't see it in there. You know what? Let's leave that up for now. I'm not sure that we can use the bison patty. I'll talk to Belzan about getting that added if it's not already. So now this will pull beef patties out of here, right? Yes. Okay. And this will pull any other kind of meat out, which we can do with this other list filter and like chicken on the cutting board. So these raw chicken cuts from Farmer's Delight and bacon, cooked bacon. We don't want raw. We want cooked chicken cuts, and we'll add more later, but we'll use chicken and pork right now. So now if we put chicken in here and pork in here, those should get chopped up and get cooked. And the steak, beef, and we're getting this byproduct of bone meal from some of the things, and that's just going to go straight through. So that's good. Yeah, so the bacon's coming out on this side, and the beef patties are coming out on that side. We'll need to do something to dispose of that bone meal later. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients now. So now we just need some mechanical arms. So the burger is going to come from here and here, 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 and here, which is going to be bread. And it's going to go into this basin right here. And I don't have a place to put this thing. Let's see. How high should we make these? Ah, just walked in the fire. So if we put these arms up here, so I'm going to do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the output goes here. So I click twice to turn that yellow. And if we put this guy right here, it should be able to reach all of them. Now, before we fill this up, we need to tell this thing that it is only going to make hamburger. That's why we put a filter on there. So this basin will only craft hamburger. So if it gets something in here that it can work on with a partial recipe, it won't do it. Like, for example, if we just drop cabbage in there without a filter, it'll make cabbage leaves out of it. Okay. So now we just need to get this thing turning with the small cogwheel right there. That is in the wrong spot. What is going on? Ah, there. All right, now it's going to grab these things. Put them in there. All right, that's working. Now we just need to get the mechanical mixer going. And fortunately, we've got this right here. We're gonna need some more cogs. And then when that's ready, we'll grab the stuff out of there and put it in one of those two spots. Okay, now for the arm for the barbecue on a stick, which is going to go into this basin. That's the output. Input. I don't think it can reach this corner one, so we'll use stick. And these three right here can only, I think, reach 4 blocks. And if we put it right here, 4 inputs and 1 output, yep, and it can reach everything. So this will do its thing. And now we need to pull the stuff out. So we're going to pull from here and here and put them into here, here, and here. Can this guy reach? Can. Perfect. All right, we've got all the arms set up to do the right things. And they're putting them into their correct places. Oh, I didn't put a meat on a stick, barbecue on a stick recipe for this one. All right, there's one more thing we need to do, which is to put a list filter on this funnel, or these arms are just going to pull everything out of the basins. So we've got, see the hamburger on this. Oh, we've got a hamburger right here. There we go. And there. I put some signs, some frames on here. Let's fill this up. Cabbage, tomato, onion, bread, already cranking away. Sticks, pork chop, and beef. So while it's sending pork chop out, pork chop's going to smoke, and bacon, the cooked bacon that it's creating, is going to drop out here, which is getting picked up and put in the meat on a stick. Yes, it's got all the right ingredients, so it's making a meat on a stick, and that arm pulls it out and sticks it in there. Perfect. And it put one in here. As soon as that pork gets through, we're going to end up with some hamburger patties, and we'll get some burgers out of this as well. This one's all ready to go, just waiting for those burger patties. I think I have already some patties here. Let's throw a few in there. Give it a head start. There we go. It's pulling burgers out. All right. We've got a restaurant. All right, I'm going to finish this up, give it a decoration. I'll be right back for the final reveal. Okay, let's take a look around. I've just finished kind of cleaning up the place, finishing up the building, lamps, decorations. I made this spot right here where we can grab individual burgers or individual barbecue sticks right here. They'll just automatically refill. And silver tiles from Galasphere on here, which I thought were pretty cool. Looked like a restaurant floor. Nice cherry doors from Biomes with plenty cherry trees, which there are like 3 or 4 different types of cherry trees in this pack. Now, this pack has a connected textures mod in it. So you can see the bricks and the terracotta kind of bleed together. And I was using that to kind of get a stucco effect for this facade. And yeah, these hanging signs, very cool. Lamps around, you know, typical foliage and vegetation to spruce things up a bit, so to speak. Around back, we got some more of this. We got the red and white roof, you know, I don't know, seems appropriate to have a red and white theme on a restaurant, a burger restaurant, that is. And around back is the entrance to the storage, which I have not enhanced at all. I haven't even replaced the floor. I got to get on that. But what I'm thinking is this line right here cutting through all of the backs of the buildings would make a good supply line. And I'm thinking of running a belt along here with funnels and some redstone so that they can request more items when they're short and they'll get sent down and then come on, pass right on through, or maybe down to the ground again. But that is for a different episode, automating the replenishing of this supply room. This little dark shingle roof chimney from Engineer's Decor on here. And if you right click on it, it changes the power of it. I don't know. That make more smoke? So there you go. I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Very first building of the waterfront row here in the SMP. If you're interested in the SMP, check out the description. I'll put some details in there. You can join us in the Discord as well. Those links will be in there. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. Keep up with the videos as they come out. If you like the video, please like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.